welcome back to Stories of Hope. This is episode 6, part 2. If you missed part 1 of Elizabeth's story, you can go back and check that out now. So in the first episode, Elizabeth talked about her addiction and also the trouble that she got in with the law for actually selling drugs. So I got the opportunity to talk to her before we even had the interview, and one thing she didn't share was that even after she went through the rehab that she's going to talk about in this episode, is that she still had to serve 1 year in the prison. So with that opportunity, she got to work alongside other inmates and other individuals that were struggling with addiction and other things, and she got to be a true witness and to really tell her story of hope. So if you are struggling with addiction or with anything in your life that's some type of stronghold, we'd love to feature your story on this show. So if you could please send us an email at realstoriesofhope@gmail.com. We love to have you on the story to talk about some of those things in your life and how you've overcome them. Thanks for joining us, and remember to subscribe. Thanks.
So I knew that I needed some kind of dramatic life change, and I was willing to do whatever I needed to do at that point. I just wanted to get my life back together. My parents had found out about Appalachian Teen Challenge, and at first I was so skeptical about it because I was like, I'm not going to a year of Bible boot camp. I'm not doing that. And I just thought to myself, I'm not going to be away from my son for a whole year. When in turn, I was deceiving myself because I was not a good mom at that time. So finally, I agreed. Like I wanted to go, and I had heard stories from students and the staff there about how wonderful that program is and how truly life-changing it could be, and I wanted that. So that's when I decided that was what I needed to do at that point. So I got there, and I felt anger, like I had just carried around anger with me for a long time, a lot of bitterness, a lot of unforgiveness because of everything that had happened with my marriage. And so I got there and everybody was happy, and I hated them because I was like, why are these people so happy? But I wanted that. I wanted the joy that they had. And so I got there, and everyone, the night that I got there, and after I checked in, everybody circled around me. All the women circled around and prayed for me, and I could just feel like the presence of God. And I thought, this is going to be life-changing for me. So it was from that point on. And then God just kept working in my life and dealing with me on the roots of unforgiveness that I had and the roots of bitterness that I had. And I just learned how to forgive myself and love myself again. I think through my whole experience with addiction, it's allowed me to really have empathy for others that are still living that lifestyle and have compassion for them, because I've been there and I know what it's like, and I know that there's a person behind them that wants freedom too. And I just want to share my story just to give people hope that there's a better way. It doesn't have to be that way. A lot of people just kind of get into the Monday things of life and think that they're stuck, and they think there's no way out. And so then you get hopeless, and you just kind of continue on in that path, and you think there's never a way out, but there is a way out. Because if you would just put your hope and trust in God and know that He is working behind the scenes to work everything out for you, and that He can and will and is willing to transform your life, He'll do it. Because with Jesus, everything changes. Nothing stays the same. He brings hope, He brings restoration, and He brings peace and strength to keep fighting.